Welcome to Fourth and Forever, the flagship show of Roundtable Sports Network. Join hosts Stan, Richie, and TD as they break down the latest news and storylines across the NFL, featuring game predictions, breakdowns, heated debates, live Patreon callers, and everything in between. Catch Fourth and Forever every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern on the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition. Fourth and Forever, your daily NFL news recap show on the internet, live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. EST. TD, what's going on, man? Listen, you teased a story that I'm really excited to get into later on in this episode, man. But how's life, bro? Talk to me.
Life is great. Man, I'm just excited to be here because I love talking ball each and every day of the latest news going on in the NFL right here on Fourth and Forever. So y'all get your popcorn, get in the building, make sure you hit that like button and hit that share button below and go ahead and share it to your socials. Let other people know that we're live and let other people know that this is what you listen to. All right. Shout out to Richie. All right. He's not going to be with us today, but we love him. And we're definitely glad to hear everything we heard. But we'll see you soon, Richie. And Dan, let me say this, man.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna ask the question, and I don't mean to start the show like this, but
of course, go ahead.
How did it feel to see the division slip away last night? Like for you in general, because I know you watched the game.
It's shitty, man. For lack of a better term, you know what I mean? But see, I really don't know why anybody had any real expectations that a 2-10 team was going to go into Foxborough, even with some of their missing offensive line, even with like a semi-solid pass rush, and even have a shot at winning. So while I knew that the New England Patriots were going to win, and I was just cautiously optimistic that I could have been wrong, I feel like I've all but accepted it. But now, like, what I'm hoping for is that for the rest of the schedule, they don't end up officially winning it until the very end, right? I would love for your Miami Dolphins, bro, to go on ahead and split with the New England Patriots this year at the end of the season.
I will take that.
If Buffalo can go on ahead and take care of them in Foxborough, if the Ravens can take care of them, and if the Miami Dolphins can pull off a miracle, man, like y'all back in the day, back in the Brady days, like y'all would typically split with the Patriots. If you could do it again, bro, I would rock a 2 jersey. I would rock a 2 jersey watching that whole episode. You have no idea, or watching that whole game. I have no idea why I said episode.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy work, man. But yeah, I thought last night was very interesting. I don't know if we want to just go into that game or not, but I thought the Patriots made their final statement this year, Dan.
Yeah.
That was even though we know it was the Giants, but I mean, they find every way to win. They had special teams last night. They showed out. They had fun. They were hitting hard. They were aggressive. They were like, you could tell this is not a back down team. Vrabel's in the game. Did you notice him on the sideline, hands on his knees, like he a middle linebacker on every play?
He's such a smug bastard. I want to see him first rounded so bad, but he's a good head coach. He is a good head coach, and I have to give him credit for it, man. It just goes to show you, man. Them and the Chicago Bears to me are very similar, right? You have 2 brand new head coaches on the scene. Vrabel's not brand new. It's just he's brand new with the Patriots organization. Mm-hmm. And a second-year quarterback who has elevated his game. More so Drake May than Caleb Williams, but Caleb Williams has elevated at least pieces of his game. It's just interesting, man. I want to see what this team looks like in the playoffs, right? Because based off of who we're anticipating makes it into that, like, those wild card rounds is going to be telling, right? Mm-hmm. Like, what would your confidence level right now? And I understand where Kansas City like currently is at 6-6. And this is a playoff game for them next week against Houston. But say the playoffs were to start tomorrow, and you saw or you heard that Kansas City was going into Foxborough, how much money are you putting on the Patriots, or would you avoid that completely? as far as games are concerned, or gamesmanship, if you will.
Okay. So I got two answers to that.
Yeah.
If I'm going off history, I don't bet at all.
Yeah.
But if I'm just blind of history and I'm going off of what I'm seeing right now, I'm putting the house up. That the Kansas City Chiefs going down. That they are not going to beat the Patriots. What's most impressive about the Patriots, man, when you really look at it, is the defense more than anything. So you're going into games with the defense that they have. Like, do you understand that they're literally only giving up, if I'm not mistaken, like 17 points a game or something like that? It's like they hold everybody. They play good defense. I don't know if they've had a game where they didn't play really good defense. I don't know. You know what? Maybe the Dolphins put up some points on them. And the Dolphins are the only team that put up points on 27. That might be the high. I'm looking at it now. 27 points this year on the Patriots might be the high, and that was the Dolphins. Yes.
I'm saying, man, listen, Miami. We're looking at you, baby. We're looking at you. Like, we're going to take care of business first in Baltimore and then Miami. We need you.
The problem is, Dan, that was in the first 3 games where Tyreek Hill was still on the field and he put up over 100 yards. So
that will do it. That will do it. Yeah, like right now I'm looking at the most points scored against the Patriots, and the Dolphins do have it at 27.
And it ain't many close to that. It's like a 23. Everything else is like under 20, Dan.
Yeah, it's all 23, man. It's all 23. 20s, a lot of 20s. It's coverage. It's coverage. With their secondary is just nasty. It really is. And plus, what you also need to put into consideration, those first 4 games where like they lost to Las Vegas, they gave up 27 against the Dolphins, was also when Christian Gonzalez wasn't playing. Like, dude started off on the IR at the beginning of the season. And once he came back, yeah,
it was the first games of the season. Like, people don't realize Patriots lost, and haven't lost since September 21st. They haven't lost a game, and that's crazy. October, November, going into December, wins, nothing but them. So those early season woes for a new team, new coach, even that factor is understandable. Even that factor, man, they are the real deal, and they're only going to get better. I'm starting to now, because I've been a proponent of saying, man, you might look up in there in the championship round. This team could go to the Super Bowl, Dan. They could.
Yeah. No, I mean, and so it is a real possibility. Right now. Like, funny enough, I have a really vague feeling that the AFC Championship is going to be the Pats and the Bills, or there's going to be a divisional round matchup between the two.
Can you make the playoffs first? The Bills.
We're gonna get into the playoffs, man.
All right, man.
We're gonna get into the playoffs.
Okay, that schedule, man, is interesting. We'll see.
See, but the funny thing is, right? A lot of Bills fans are mad at how the Bills offense is structured. And last night we talked about this, but how Brady runs his stuff, like that really annoying, and the underneath type stuff, like just being boring. That's a type of offense that's built for this time of the year, right? So many Bills fans are just like, oh no, like where's that high flying, like 20-yard passes downfield? Like, that's why we got waxed by the Cincinnati Bengals in the playoffs a couple of years ago, because we had an offensive coordinator that's all he did. Like, he was like Vert Dorsey, right? Now, like, once you end up getting into some of these elements, and surprisingly enough, like, that's what the Patriots offense is for the most part. Although I will give credit to Drake. He is really solid downfield. He threw a couple of piss missiles, but for the most part, it's really just him taking what the defense gives him, like some underneath stuff.
You know, here's the thing about his game, though, Dan, and this is what I try to express to people. And you know what? And we're going to shift to this game next, but it reminds me of Shedeur Sanders in this sense.
Okay.
There's a lot of underneath, but these guys are really good at the 12-yarders, the 16-yarders.
Yeah.
Outside the numbers too, just shaded outside the numbers. You know, those little floaters right over the linebackers, but on the outsides, you know. So, yeah, they're going to take what the defense gives them and let the yak happen, let the team help. But when they're called upon on that 3rd and 8 and they drop that 13-yard pass, that's where they're good. That's where Drake May is good. That's where, in my opinion, the guy like Shador, that's where they thrive, you know, those type of passes. So, and it's hard to find those in the league. It's really hard to find those guys. You either a dink and dunker or you're a deep ball threat, but those guys who can operate all 3 levels, but they're superior in the intermediate, those are your keepers to me.
Yeah. And plus, you know what? Like, Colby actually ended up making a pretty good point on X. And so I'm going to empathize with Patriots fans because they've been getting a lot of shit about so their like easy schedule, right? And most people are saying that, where they're saying, oh, it's their easy schedule. And Colby pointed something out on Twitter, which I actually agree with, and reluctantly, of course, where he said, I find it ironic that people that are shitting on the New England Patriots easy schedule are the same people that only had us winning 6 games.
This is true.
So if you only had us winning 6 games this year, why on earth did you not predict that we were going to be here, or at least have a couple more wins at this point?
Yeah, I mean, that's spot on. They've doubled it. They've doubled that little 6.
And they did. And funny enough, listen, like, most Patriots fans forget this because a lot of you did not come back to the show until like week 5, week 6 after the Bills win. But I did have the Patriots finishing like 11-6. So I was on the mark, and I was giving them a hell of a lot more credit than a lot of people.
No. You weren't on the mark.
No, but closer to the mark. A lot of people were going like 7 wins, like 6 wins.
I said 10, but I was also saying they were going to be second in the division behind us. Remember, I said they'll surpass the Bills, they'll surpass the Jets, but we'll win the division, the Dolphins, and the Patriots will be second at 10 wins.
Yeah. So you were somewhat spot on for the most part, right?
Well, I'm highly impressed now because Drake May has taken a whole new level. And let me say this. Somebody said in the chat, no, that's not why, TD. Drake May doesn't make mistakes. Drake May doesn't make mistakes because Drake May, in my opinion, I'm starting to see superior traits in the pocket.
How much
out of trouble?
How much would you give credit to Josh McDaniels? First off, with Alex Mason in the chat, like, stop acting like a 14-year-old that's off of his Adderall prescription. Like, please stop with your crash outs real fast or you're going to get banned. Stop saying that to people in the chat. Please be an adult. I highly doubt that you are, but relax. TD. So continue.
So
go ahead.
I think that I'm seeing superior play in the pocket. His ability to get out of trouble, but make quick pocket decisions. Like, there's some rushes I saw coming at him where he darted out of there, and I'm like, how did you even process the guy? Like sometimes you got to wait till a guy comes free. Oh, he's coming. Let me go. It's like you felt it immediately. He darts out. He's moving. He's looking. He's keeping his head up. When he's moving in the pocket, he's keeping his head up the entire time. This is why he's not making mistakes, because his superior pocket play that I'm noticing, he doesn't have to feel rushed like other quarterbacks. Another thing that you got to think about Drake May, and I think he showed it last night, you can't tell me a player is more cool, calm, and collective than him on the field. When do you ever see the concern in this kid's face? The circumstance. Next play. And smiling, too, having a good time playing the game. The Patriots got him one. And I'm telling you, here's the scary part about it. This is his second year, Dan, and he's the ceiling is still higher. I'm scared that he might eclipse Brady in like his skill level in a couple of years. If he from a trajectory standpoint, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's going to eclipse Brady, but from a trajectory standpoint, you can't tell me Brady started hotter or had better traits right out the gate like this.
So I want to be able to give credit to Josh McDaniels too. And so I think that he did simplify that offense for him.
Well, the offense, the structure around him.
It's pretty simplified, which is good. You need that. That's why Jaden Daniels had such a good rookie season. That's why CJ Stroud had such a good rookie season. Drake didn't have that last year. Like, he had the dumpster fire that Gerard Mayo had going on over there. With Josh McDaniels, he's typically good with quarterbacks. Let's just ignore his time in Las Vegas. All right. Like, we're not going to talk about that. But besides that, what he's doing, simplifying everything now that the run game is getting going, it's going to be a fun team to watch. But I look forward into kicking that ass here in a couple of weeks off of the bye.
You can keep looking, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah, we don't know if it's going to happen either. Anyway, guys, we need to go on ahead. And we need to give a giant shout out to our good friends over on Vitamin Energy. Folks, Vitamin Energy, it is energy with the benefits. It's not like some of those other energy drinks that give you a great burst of that energy, but then a massive sugar crash afterwards. No, it is clean energy, non-GMO, gluten-free, has a variety of different recipes as well. This morning, I ended up taking their vitamin B12, and I got to tell you what, man, so many different recipes between pre-workout, focus, you name it. It is all here over on Vitamin Energy. The best thing about it is that they are offering our audience a BOGO code the second that you end up hitting that link in our description if you want to take full advantage of all of it, guys. Go on ahead and grab yourself a ultimate variety pack using BOGO Roundtable. This is a great stocking stuffer, if you will, as the holidays are right around the corner, and certainly take advantage of all of the energy plus the benefits, man. Shout out to Vitamin Energy for being a proud partner of the show. And without further ado, let's get this going. You mentioned something to me about Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, before we get there, Dan, I got to bring something up. So, because people don't listen in the chat. They just don't listen, right?
No. Look, and you know what, man? Like, I really need a lot of these people who just be yapping all the time in the chat to go on ahead and just call into the show. Like, I need them to. I need them to call into the show because I guarantee you that, oh my God, man, like their high-pitched, like nervous-ass voice. It's okay, guys. Look yourself in the mirror, pump yourself up, come here and talk ball with us. You won't do it.
So let me clear something up. When I compare Drake May to Brady, I clarify that no, he's not Brady, and I don't know if he'll become a Brady. But I said in his first two seasons, his second season in the league, Drake May is doing more than Tom Brady was at that time. So for those like, what are you talking about? Brady was way better. The same Tom Brady that in his second year threw for 2,800 yards, Drake May already done passed that by far, okay? The same Tom Brady in his second year that literally had 18 touchdowns, Drake May killing that. The same Tom Brady that had 12 picks, Drake May on pace to not have 12. So stop. And yeah, Tom Brady made the Pro Bowl that year. You don't think Drake May ain't making the Pro Bowl this year? Huh? You don't think so? And those were Tom Brady's stats in 2001. Yes, he did go 11-3, but Drake May already 11-2 and got several games left. So that's what I mean. I see a even higher upside right now with Drake May, and that's what's scary for this league. So hopefully that clarified for the people. The numbers don't lie. They're sitting right there. You've seen the performances.
Numbers don't lie indeed. Well, first off, we need to talk about the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers matchup. Game 2 of Shedeur Sanders. I was able to catch pieces of the game. I was watching it on Red Zone this past Sunday. I did see that one deep pass. I think it was Jerry Jeudy on a hitch route. No, it was Fannin. Excuse me. It was Fannin Jr. Thoughts on Shador's second game? Thoughts on the San Francisco 49ers and everything that you took from that game? Talk to me.
I'm glad you saw part of the game because I'm going to compare another game to this game, okay? And you tell me if I'm wrong. The game to me was the exact same as the Buffalo Steelers game. And the crazy, like the way it kind of went down, it was exactly like the Buffalo Steelers game. And the crazy thing is the score was almost identical. In that game, it was 26-7. In this game, it was 26-8. Why do I say it was kind of pretty much the same game? Is because it reminded me of some, like Shador kind of reminded me in this game, kind of like Aaron Rodgers. Like it was an opportunistic game. Tough game. You're dealing with a really good defense, a really good coach defense. And I thought Shador was above average in this game. Was he great? No. Was he good? No. I thought he was above average in this game. And when you add context to the simple fact that he's playing the 49ers who have a great defense, just like the Browns had a good defense, Shador Sanders did just as well as Brock Purdy did in that game. In the stat line, actually, Shador Sanders was better from a statistical standpoint, as far as efficiency, that is. But
so he had a higher rating.
Yeah, Shador he made really good intermediate passes in this game. The problem is everybody amplifies everything that happens because all eyes are on him. He barely, by the way, misses one big play of Jerry Jeudy. And by the way, it was a broken play. Jerry Jeudy on a crosser, and then it wasn't there, but Jerry Jeudy struck up the field, and Shador saw it late, threw the ball, but just oversailed the football. And that's a lot of people saving grace of, he missed a touchdown. Yeah, every quarterback in the NFL has 2 to 3 of those every game for the most part, a miss like that. But I thought that he was poised against a good defense. I thought that he played well enough to continue to start, in which he is going to continue to start the game. The Browns defense, in my opinion, early in this game, they were lights out until like late in the game. It started to be like whatever. But I felt like the Browns defense were still excellent in this game. And also Jerry Jeudy. There was a controversy on the sideline, Dan. I don't know if you picked that up, where Jerry Jeudy was kind of yelling at Shador and all of that, and it's causing this big old rift in on social media of, you never did this when Dylan was playing and he was way worse, so you never did it once with Flacco, and all of this crazy stuff. But it was crazy to me, the way that they were on the sideline interacting. You can tell Shador was showing them the tablet. Look at what I see. And I went back to the play. There was a safety over the top on the play that they were arguing about. Is one that you wouldn't want your quarterback to make, but Jerry Jeudy wanted the ball anyway. And Shador's like, no, you ain't gonna get me to throw that pass. Basically, it's kind of what the argument was about. So they got into it, man, a little bit back, like on the sideline. And a lot of people are like, Jerry Jeudy need to go. He doesn't have a right to even try to check a quarterback and things like that. I want to say this, man. Those are two competitors on the field. You know, emotions get high on the sideline. I actually am one of the rare people. I've heard a lot of takes on this. I don't mind what Jerry Jeudy was doing. You know, you want to get it right. Whether Jerry was right or wrong, or Shador was right or wrong, at least you got two guys on the sideline trying to figure it out or talk through what went wrong. And that's what you can appreciate in football. And a lot of people are making it about, does Jerry Jeudy have the cachet to even, you know, come at a quarterback or whatever. So I'll get your take on that. But the game overall, man, San Francisco just stayed at it, then. They just stayed at it. They weren't hot either. But Cleveland, the whole team was blowing it. The whole team was blowing it. We're talking about, I think there was also a muff punt in one situation. Kevin Stefanski, literally, I mean, Shador dealing with 4th and 26 situations, 4th and 17, for like all these third down penalties and different stuff like that. They just, overall, they had a good game plan, but just like Pittsburgh, when the big domino fell, when the big mistake happened, it got away and they can't recover. They can't recover. So that's what happened in this game.
So I'll tell you what, man. San Francisco 9-4, perhaps one of the most questionable 9-4 teams I think in the league thus far. What they've been able to accomplish with all of the players on IR rotating between quarterbacks should be celebrated. Quite frankly, I would be shocked if they are anything better than a one and done type playoff team. And as far as Shedeur, look, like he's going to take his lumps. He's going to get it. That fight between him and Jerry Jeudy was certainly interesting. Like two youngish players, I would say, that are obviously so the type of personalities that want to be one of the figureheads of the offense, right? Ball players want to get the ball. But then again, like maybe him yelling at Shedeur is a better sense and makes you feel more comfortable that he's the guy over Dylan Gabriel, because we never saw that with Jerry Jeudy, like you said. So maybe Jeudy never really expected that or never thought that Dylan Gabriel was capable of making that throw. So I'm sure all will be fine. But you did tease something at the beginning of the show.
Oh, yeah, man.
Where you said that Dylan Gabriel's girlfriend, something like that. What's happening?
Yeah, they got drama, man, and the organization is to blame for this. So,
let's see.
On social media, Dylan Gabriel's girlfriend posted something that said, I believe in the likes of, the Browns lose again. What's new, right? And some guy responded to her and said, that she was being the R word. She basically, I think, said, "Oh, really? What part?" Because the guy actually commented to her and said, "That's why nobody in that locker room respects Dylan and they don't want him." And she said, "Well, everybody in the locker room basically actually wants him."
Right here.
Yeah. Actually, everyone in the building wants him to play, but you wouldn't know that because you've never played in the NFL or been a coach.
And been a coach. She misspelled coach.
Got you. Now, first of all, in my opinion, she should just get off of social media because this doesn't make anything
absolutely
better. And people are gonna be people. They're gonna sow drama and all of that. But you can't, because now you just open up the worm. Oh yeah, so Dylan's coming home telling you everybody wants him to start. This is how a locker room, this is how people start to think. Everybody derives conclusions from stuff like this. And if everybody does want him to start, then why is Shedeur starting? What's going on? Is it an ultimatum from the front office, Barry? What's going on? So that's what has everybody talking about it. But she just needs to get off social media. This isn't good for Dylan. It's not going to help him either. So I think all players and, their loved ones should be engaged in social media. It never goes right, Dan. Never.
No, man. Most of social media is like the mental illness Olympics. You know what I mean? Like most of it is, and it's very easy to go ahead and like dive into it. Yeah, I would log off. Yeah, I'd log off. She just stirred a lot of problems. And like this whole quarterback controversy, man, in my opinion, is stemmed really with potential fan backlash. I wonder if Shedeur didn't have all of this hype all season long for him to be the starter, if Dylan would still be the guy. Like, granted, Dylan ended up getting a concussion, so he was out, and obviously he wouldn't have played. But, man, say that I'm Stefanski, I'm almost hoping I'm fired, like, next offseason. Get him out of there, because with that organization's an absolute dumpster. And then who knows if Watson comes back.
Well, that's what people are saying. That I think you got like another week or two for that window where nobody can come back if you're not off or something. Is that correct? Or,
yeah.
Into it. But we'll see. People have been floating that out too, that he's getting closer and closer, and he's expected to play whenever he does. All that money you got invested in him, like you got to understand the gravity of a fully guaranteed contract. There is nothing to lose having him on the roster. So, yes, you invested all that. You're going to give him every opportunity, even despite everything we saw.
Even despite with everything.
The O-line has been pretty bad, too. As of recent, they've looked a little bit better. And And let me ask you a question on this, Dan, because I think this has been very unfair, at least for Shedeur Sanders. People in that game, they talk about the Jerry Jeudy pass. Okay, one pass. They can't hold on to it. But there a lot of people, oh my gosh, he holds the ball too long. He's taking sacks. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was sacked 3 times in the game. I mean, I'm sitting out here watching Lamar Jackson and Josh. These guys get sacked 8, 9 times in games.
Mm-hmm.
And we keep making it seem like this is this crazy issue for Shedeur. I'm watching all the best quarterbacks every week go down 3, 4, 5, 6 times.
Yeah.
And we amplify his because that's one of the narratives coming out of college because he held the ball long trying to make plays.
So for me, right? So I'm a big proponent for QB fault sacks, right? Mm-hmm. I am a big and so I'm an apologist for offensive lines. I always have been. And I genuinely believe that if you're giving your quarterback about 2.5 seconds to throw the football, that's enough. Like that is enough to find the open man, or that is enough at the very least to either scramble and try and make a play with your legs and or throw the football away. I'm curious to see, and then I'll probably have to wait until I can pull this up for tomorrow's episode and we can revisit this. I'm curious to see what his average time to throw is, number one, and then what his actual QB faulted sacks are on the season. Because with Josh Allen's doing the same thing this year, which is equally as frustrating, like he quite literally has all the time in the world to throw the football. Like he has 2.9 seconds. That is absurd. That's like generational. That's an elite offensive line play right there. But 70% of the sacks that he's taken have been his fault. So I do think that is a problem, right? Like sacks are a quarterback stat. And I feel like people are kind of so afraid to admit that because 9 times out of 10, it is on the QB. And granted, like, who are we to criticize? Because we've never been in a position where we're dealing with an NFL pass rush and you need to be able to make decisions quick on like right on a dime. But yeah, I'm curious, man. I'm a big offensive line apologist when it comes into sacks. Most of the time I'm going to put it on the QB.
Got you. All right.
Yeah. That's me when it comes into pressure. Here, let me see what his time to pressure is. Where is Shedeur? Well, Dylan Gabriel had 2.41 seconds, so like it's one of the better ones. It's one of the better ones, but
2.3, I think. Wait, you're saying Sunday was 2.5 in the pocket.
Yeah, it was 2.5. So the top 5 quarterbacks with most time to pressure this year was Pat Mahomes, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, and Jacoby Brissett are top 5, all at around 2.5. So I'm not sure how much more you need from Cleveland's offensive line.
Yeah, average 2.5. Well, it goes hand in hand. It's not just the O-line, but look at the receiving core. Yeah. So that time also is because Shedeur Sanders, this is the thing with Shedeur. He's going to, like, people talk about the low completion percentage, like the week before and all of that stuff. But he's actually going to make sure he knows it's open and fire the football. Like he's not going to make reckless decisions like that. He's going to know that, okay, I got a man right here. Let me hit him. And I can get it there with any speed I need to, but he's going to make sure. A lot of people don't realize he's actually a highly efficient quarterback. The more time he has to throw, the more highly efficient he is. But he's going to hold on to the football because he's going to verify what he's seeing on the field. It's like an extra check, but it puts you average with everybody else. It's almost like a fast process, but then your verification puts you average with everybody else because he makes sure he's not making a bad decision.
Yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see how the Shedeur experiment plays out for the rest of the season.
Well, you play Cam Ward this week, Tennessee Shedeur. Didn't I say that was going to happen? Didn't I say? I told you.
So do you think there's a world, like, just for the plot, right, that with Stefanski, he's just going to say, you know what, screw it. Dylan, it's your team again. Like, just out of the blue.
I mean, if Shedeur plays bad,
you
never know. A lot of people believe he'll finish the season out as long as he's not stinking up the joint, but people really don't realize how bad Dylan Gabriel has been. Like, he'll have the wide open target and throw it 5 feet before his feet.
He's small. He's small. He has no arm talent.
But
you
you
barely
never
see
know.
over the line.
It's Shador's job to lose right now. I'll put it like that.
So I'll tell you what, moving on, the LA Chargers ended up defeating the Las Vegas Raiders last week. But in case you missed it, sounds like Justin Herbert broke his left hand, his non-throwing hand. He's undergoing surgery, and they are optimistic that he's going to play on week 14. I am going and making comparisons to what we saw from Aaron Rodgers this past Sunday. When you have a broken non-throwing hand, you are all but incapable of taking anything under center. And so I need to look at the numbers and see how much of a Harbaugh type offense was operating out of under center and mixing in shotgun and pistol. But Aaron Rodgers was only taking snaps from shotgun and pistol, right? Like, his left hand was completely limiting his game. And with all of the injuries on the LA Chargers offensive line and the fact that the LA Chargers schedule is as follows: Eagles, Chiefs, Cowboys, Texans, and Broncos.
It don't get any harder.
It does not. It's probably the hardest schedule remaining in the NFL as we speak.
How many wins they got?
Right now, this Chargers team has 8 wins. They're 8-4.
I was gonna say if they had 7, they're gonna miss the playoffs. If they got 8, it's gonna be interesting. I think they're still gonna win. I think they're still about to win some of those games.
Really?
The key here is I think Herbert will still be able to do his job. He'll still be able to throw the rock, obviously, with that right hand. Like you said, you can't protect the football, so you need to protect. When he takes a sack, fumbles can be a lot easier now.
How?
So I don't think his game will be affected. The ability to make him turn the football over with the sack fumble is greater. That's what and you got to protect him, and that old line is in shambles.
So I think this is going to be rough for the LA Chargers, man. I would not be shocked if they only walk away with maybe another win or 2.
Wait, who did they just beat?
So they just beat the Raiders. So yeah, like, super impressive. But of course, it was the Raiders right now. So missing both of their Pro Bowl tackles on both sides, one of which is an All-Pro, which is funny.
One will be back.
Get this.
If they make the playoffs.
One will be back, which is good. But Cold Front also ended up making something that solid, interesting take. He says you can't hand off to your right either. So he's going to have a freshly operated on left non-throwing hand. And the LA Chargers so far this year, they operate a lot out of shotgun and pistol, but they've also done over 30% under center. You can't operate under center with a broken hand.
Well,
non-throwing or anything. So does that not make that offense a hell of a lot more predictable to you, though?
I don't know, because I thought I saw Aaron Rodgers on the center.
No,
at all.
No, man. He was shotgun. He was pistol.
Okay.
You saw a little bit of Mason Rudolph, who operated under center when he went in for that one drive, but he was largely limited.
Here's what I'll say: that's in the Chargers' wheelhouse, though.
Yeah,
they can run the pistol in the shotgun better than, that's what they do. But they also can get under center and bring the ball downhill. You know what I think the Chargers might shock everybody and do?
What's that?
They might implement a few wildcat spots in the game.
Wildcat spots, huh?
That's one way you can still be effective in the run game with your guys up front. Is to, hey, shift it up. Maybe we don't need Herbert handing it off, but he's gonna hand it off. Then we'll see in practice. He's trying to play. We don't know if he will, but if he does, I think he's going to go out there under center regardless. It's more risky, but I think he's still going to do it.
And so could you imagine like a Trey Lance comeback story? Like, dude just puts the team on his back and just wins this gauntlet at the end of their schedule.
I don't know about that, but
and wins it.
Because you got to pass the ball with the Chargers, and you got to be accurate in the limited opportunities they give you because they're efficient with Herbert. They don't want him throwing the ball 40 times or 30 times if they don't have to. They will love that sweet 17 to 25 if they can.
Yeah. It's going to be rough. I have to actually double check something. Aaron Rodgers snaps under center against Bills. Yeah. But yeah, dude, like once like you take under center out of the equation, man, like that's like a no-go for play action. And for the most part, that is a no-go for being able to hand the football off to the right, as Cold Front just pointed out. And you have no tackles either.
Now where is the break? Is it more up in the wrist area or the hand? Or
hand. Okay. Yeah, it's a hand. He's supposedly getting surgery today, and they're hoping to like ride him out.
So what I'm trying to figure out, is it affecting the finger movement or is it in the palm area, a broken bone?
It's a great question. It's a really good question. I don't have the answers right now, but yeah, like, I mean, I look at their schedule, dude. Holy hell. You have the Eagles, who are probably desperate at this point, right? Like you would say that the Eagles are in desperation mode.
Okay. What do you say if they go out? What do you say they go out and beat the Eagles and he has a solid game?
Then I'll say, hey, listen, he got over adversity, and credit to him.
Okay.
Yeah. And credit to him. But then them Cowboys, dude, them Texans. Oh, dude. Funny enough as well. So I ended up putting together all of the percentages for teams that are currently in the hunt right now. And funny enough, so your Miami Dolphins.
Oh, I know.
Popped up. All right.
I know it.
Where it stands today, my friend.
We were 0.1.
0.4% now.
Ooh, we so in.
0.4% chance of the Miami Dolphins squeezing into the playoffs. And let me know if any of these numbers shock you. And these are just the teams that are currently in the hunt graphics. Texans are 53% making the playoffs. Steelers at 42.9%. Chiefs 47.3%. Bengals 6.4%. And it's only winning the division. That is their only path. It is statistically impossible for them to be a wild card team. Lions are at 50%. Cowboys are at 17%. And the Panthers are at 18.2%.
So we got the lowest odds.
Yeah, lowest odds. But like, what teams are shocking you based off of this?
Nobody's shocking me.
No,
I mean, they're all front runners right now. That's why their numbers are going to be higher. But Steelers probably at this point, I'm not going to bet on them to make it. The Chiefs, the Chiefs shocking me. That's shocking me. I mean, they could make it obviously, but that's not like they don't have a tough schedule. Well, they got 3 tough games. They got the Texans defense this week, Sunday night. Then you see this where the Texans and the Chiefs play each other. So somebody's getting knocked down big time this week. Somebody's getting knocked down. So that's a beautiful part of it. But I think everything is fair on there right now. But I don't believe in the Steelers. I don't believe the Chiefs. I think this Sunday night is going to be an important game. If the Texans win, then okay, yeah, I believe they are going to take care of business. If the Chiefs win, then I can't believe in the Texans. Sometimes you have those victories because they're division rivals. Then everybody's high on the Texans because it was the Colts. But they're division rivals. Division rivals play each other tough all the time.
And the division rivals, man. Are we sold on like the Lions right now? Right? Because now like they've also missed out on Amon-Ra St. Brown. He has an ankle sprain, so he could potentially be out. There are a bunch of question marks of like Dan Campbell calling plays, or they give it back to the offensive coordinator. Are you raising any red flags for the Lions right now, or do you still have some sort of hope that they could turn it around?
They could turn it around, but they're in trouble. The NFC is a different story. You can't play around in the NFC. They're in trouble. You want to know who on here I think might shock everybody and make the playoffs?
Who's that?
But they won't even make it as a wild card. They might actually win the division.
What's that?
The Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
They might actually win the division.
And so the tie might help them out at the end of the day, too.
Yeah, I mean, Eagles can put it like this. If Eagles drop 2 games and the Cowboys win out, and the Cowboys could win out, but the Eagles, they play the Bills, they play the Chargers, and they still got to play the Commanders twice. In the Raiders, they should get. But
so with Jaden Daniels should be back by that time, too.
Yeah, but that's a team that's dialed it in at that point, right?
Yeah.
You know, the Giants, they should take care of. The Commanders, they should take care of. We don't know what the Chargers are going to be at the time. That's going to be a tough one, but we got to see what's up with Herbert. Minnesota, they just can't generate offense. And Dak's he's going to have a tough day against the Minnesota defense, but he's still going to score. And it really comes down to Thursday. If the Cowboys beat the Lions on Thursday night, I'm telling you now, they could win the division. The Eagles better get their act together and keep that lead. It's only a game and a half.
It's only a game and a half, folks. Listen, we have a lot of takes on this show. And you know what? Me and TD, we actually like putting our money where our mouths are, specifically on Sleeper, folks. Sleeper is the #1 player prop platform on the market today. It's a very simple process. Just pick anywhere between 2 to 5 players. If you accurately predict their projections, more or less, you could walk away a big winner. And get this. As long as you end up signing up for it, link is in description. They are giving you $20 just for signing up, and you can put that toward your first parlay for Thursday Night Football or even for the Sunday or Monday slate. Also matching 100% of your first deposit all the way up to $100. Do not miss out on what Sleeper is bringing to the table. Also need to give a giant shout out to our good friends over at RotoWire. Folks, RotoWire is your best tool that you can add into your Sleeper toolbox. It ultimately ends up giving you all of the locks for each and every single projection right over on Sleeper by itself. As you can see, DFS Pick'em. I'm going to go to Sleeper Picks, and they hand wrap your overs and unders for each and every single NFL game and a variety of other sports. And right as you can see, CeeDee Lamb, the over on 75.5 receiving yards is a lock. So is Dak Prescott over passing yards, CJ Stroud under, and Zach Charbonnet under 36.5 rushing yards. If you wanted to use that as a bit of a teaser, you could have this at your disposal, guys, for 15% off using our code RTS. Shout out to the RotoWire, man. That's a beautiful thing. But folks, it's going to have to do it for another edition of Fourth and Forever, your daily NFL news show. Never mind, we have Dwayne in the building. What's up, Dwayne? How you doing?
I caught you just on time. How y'all doing?
Good, man. How you feeling?
TD, how's it shaking, man?
Hey, man, another day, another beautiful day, man. I'm glad to see you, though.
Glad to see you too, man. Dan, good to see you as always.
Likewise.
Question for both of you, and then I'm going to chop out of here.
Okay.
Is Kansas City actually going to make the playoffs? Would anyone would have expected it going into the beginning of the year? DF Forever, want to hear you after the comments. Out.
My man. Based off of our Chargers conversation, TD, I am going to say yes. I feel like people are not accounting for how much this broken non-throwing hand for Justin Herbert is going to affect this offense. And I think Kansas City smells blood in the water, and I think KC is about to win their next 5.
Well, they better beat Houston this week. Okay?
I mean, it's a playoff game for them.
They better beat Houston because they still got 3 divisional games that they have to play. Lucky them, they also have Tennessee on the schedule. So it starts with the Texans on Sunday night. You better beat the Texans because you don't beat the Texans, I think they're dead in the water. And remember, I don't care if they get in the playoffs because they're still in trouble. There's a reason the Chiefs are 1-5 on the road. They're 1-5 on the road. Going to the playoffs only put them on the road. And I know it's the Chiefs, but yeah, man, it ain't looking. It's not looking good. And by the way, they still got 2 road games, but lucky them, it's the worst teams. They're at home. These schedule makers, man, they be cheating for the Chiefs. They got 5 games left, 3 at home, 2 on the road. The 3 at home are the Texans, Chargers, and Broncos.
And they're a good home team.
And
they're a good home team.
Yeah. And then the 2 on the road is Tennessee and Raiders. Come on, man.
It's setting them up to win all 5. It's setting them up to win all 5. And Houston is an awful outdoor stadium team. Awful.
Yeah, but that Broncos game.
Yeah.
That Broncos game before the last week. It's not the last week, so they'll still be playing for seeding. Broncos coming to town, and it's on Christmas at night. Christmas night, December 25th. I didn't even know that. That's going to be a game. That is going to be a game.
It's going to be a game. Indeed.
Thursday on a short week, by the way. Short week, Dan.
What can you do? What can you do? But, folks, I appreciate y'all always making this a part of your daily schedule to hang out with myself, TD, and Richie when he is here. We're live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. EST. We would like for all of you to make sure that you like this video, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications. Because without the live chat, what would this show truly be? TD, what do you got to say to the people before we send them off?
Man, just thanks for rocking with us today and tuning in. Come back and hang out with us tomorrow. We're going to have a whole lot more to talk about and finish up maybe a few games and then get into some of the games coming up for the week. But thank you all. We love you all. Salute to Bob, man. I'm going to get you some help one day, Bob. You know what? I'm gonna come steal you, Bob, okay? I'm going to
steal TD. Oh, man. He's got it good with me. Man. He only takes hands like once a week, typically, in this show. But fun, guys. All right, y'all. Love each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tapping in. And I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Peace.